operations is actually, you can, the other word there, or the verb would be operationalizing, right? So operationalizing an area, and you can operationalize everything from sales. It's
Yes.
all about your metrics, your processes. But to sum it up, operations is the integration of all the functions in a business. So so you would have, yes, you have your sales, and you have your marketing and your brand, and your CEO might come into a business and look after the north. This is where the North Star is. Here's the culture. Here's where we're going. And they may be more strategic. They may be more external facing. Operations is the integration of all the functions. The way the functions can actually hand over processes from one to the other. So sales into customer projects, into onboarding, into support, into customer retention, right through to finance. So I would look at operations as you've got your functional owners. So you might have a head of sales, you might have a head of finance or head of projects, or if you're in a product business, it might be a head of manufacturing, or whatever it is. Operations ties it all together.
Yes.
And generally uses, I mean, in layman's terms, would use a scorecard or a dashboard where the key metrics align across the business. So you need to know that if leads are not coming in to the sales part of the organization, that's actually going to create slack or too much capacity in your onboarding or your project delivery team. So all the teams need to be looking at each other's metrics. And I think that's key. And often we see in businesses, the functional owners look at their own metrics and don't really worry about the story that's going on outside that. And that's where bottlenecks can happen. That's where constraints can happen. So that's really the idea behind operations. And it's not always the first role that gets created, because in a small, scrappy startup, everybody has to do everything, right? So that's kind of, it's something that evolves as a business needs more structure.